Can I ask you for a favor? Can you just clap once in front of your face? Perfect, thank you.
And how weird was that request?
I've done this before, so
Okay.
kind of used to the oddities. Cengage Work focuses on workforce skills training as well as job placement. So the reason that we were looking for low code is we have a lot of applications. We have a lot of maintenance issues with those applications. We're looking to build technology and features faster, and we wanted to have an overall lower maintenance footprint. And when we stumbled on OutSystems specifically, it seemed to fit the perfect balance for what we're looking for. We still wanted our engineers to build the software, which is how OutSystems is geared, but it also gave us one-click deployments, it gave us faster development, and very little maintenance. So one of the things that I was most excited about was finding the right cut lines between OutSystems and what we might do in Salesforce. We had a bunch of internal support people, student services, and there was a lot of just customer relationship management that was out of the box that we could get inside of Salesforce. But along that journey, they also wanted to know, well, how were the students doing in the course itself? What courses were they taking? How did they perform in those courses? And the way that the system was set up is you had to log into a whole different area and go and access that data. And so as we looked at building those workflows fully in Salesforce and just integrating with the data that we might have over in OutSystems, the time and cost to build custom inside of Salesforce and then to maintain that was significantly more than to do it in OutSystems. So we did a proof of concept to show that, well, could we take a UI in OutSystems and drop that inside of Salesforce? So from our employees' perspective, it was a seamless experience. One login, access to all the information that they wanted to have, and that turned out to be a big success. So to give you a specific example of where that was really useful is that Ready to Hire is about partnering with corporations that are looking to hire people. And then we'll actually advertise on behalf of that employer. And then we have a process by which we can bring those potential employees in, get them trained, have them be evaluated, have them go through a workflow that gets them all the way through to where they have a full-time position with a company. And so when we decided to use OutSystems to build that initial application, it didn't start out that way. So we originally had a partnership with a company in California that did all of our product design. And they were going to build it in kind of the classic Node.js and React UI. We initially were thinking about doing a hybrid application, but as we looked at that hybrid model, it just got really complicated. And I currently had a bunch of .NET engineers, so now I'm going to have to hire a bunch of Node.js engineers and some React engineers. And so finally I made the decision that we should just build this in one technology stack. And so we decided to build the entire thing in OutSystems. And we ended up building it for, I think, 1/3 the cost that was initially quoted to build that in Node.js and React. So going forward with OutSystems, what we see is that basically any application that we need to build or any legacy application, we can rewrite that in OutSystems, significantly lower our maintenance costs and deliver more value across the business than traditionally we could using classic .NET or Java development approach. And this is really important because the business often goes and finds separate third-party tools that help them with some of their business flows, but they end up disjointed, they don't have the data that they need, and then they start asking for integrations. So what I'm looking at is shifting that so if they have some business need, they can just come to us and we can quickly build that for them in OutSystems, have access to the critical data that they're going to need in those workflows, and give them the experience they wanted without having to go and look on the outside.
Perfect.
Good.
That's it.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
It's done.